enche bia na MPP amanyukunum executives na NDC amanyukunum executives ne other parties executives ade omani dane EC akachi na etiefo nsensem bi ekoso ho na very interesting Dr. Omanibuama odini juma wo NDC amanyukunum select ballot we boss no ochusu number 8 na MPP amanyukun echusu number 1 no the same pina to Yasintino adentina ma MPP amanyukunu 2 consecutive choosings na still no choose number 1 na NDC amanyukunu choose number 8 na wedi on sheda antia say ebia na NPP amanyukunu isi aye kunsun bitina ade we ekoso no na so na Fiifi Kwatey atwo din a ohwe nema ekoso na ono so sade nsema betu Yasintino ohwe sene a Jemensa edi na djuma na free and fair and it is honest for all political parties. To Njini say sama Dr. Omanibuama edekano nyansa woman say etokwa mu nemum de ndi say MPP amanokunu ne isomu de omedwuma pepepepe. Tinia se benekuneku ti nsema Fiifi Kwatey editu dwa medamu ina ase.
Na won akwako yebe kai a nipa a okogina ma NPP amanyokuo no Evans Nimakon na first one echo no oyi na number 1 still NDC amanyuko no Dr. Omanibuama eka se onti ase ni nyina na Fiifi Kwatey ete ho na onkasa na bon esa ye confusion na bon ewie no yel esa kwakọ ibio no na Evans Nimakon esa choose number 1 the NPP amanyuko no na ni nyina sana Fiifi Kwatey tewa onkasa nyina na wafa ne ho adwene na after say ye ya NDC amanyuko no ekokoyi 8 ye ya Fiifi Kwatey kasa na odi tu dwa say ono odi political parties echi enye ene na onimde obia despite they hate the EC say nyoma bi ho a enkoye no we nko ade ono Fiifi Kwatey agitum say electoral commission free and fair meant said the NDC amanyuko ndi tu dwa say EC esheda number bi edema NPP amanyuko no ose enya no kre ono kra until the reason why nti ana ma ne bo amani abrenom ni ade because EC na djuma pepepe na mfomsuo bia eni ho na NDC amanyuko no ene samedia mfi modinam say EC sheda eno ma NPP amanyuko no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia number 1 no na Fiifi Kwatey say nsem na NDC amanyuko no kanyina anya ade se no krom EC free and fair yanko na yanko tie Fiifi Kwatey wa bro this ansem we to edwa.
Nobody was given any advantage. The truth of the matter is that the number, even though people make it look like the number is particularly important, what matters actually is the work that needs to be done. If you work hard, no matter what number you have, you emerge. Whether you're the last or the first or in the middle, you emerge. Many of us have gone through elections and we won even though we were not the very first on the ballot or even the very last on the ballot. So that has to be done. Our position was simply to ensure that the very motto of the Electoral Commission, which is about transparency, was adhered. That's why we insisted on making sure nobody had any advantage. So the outcome, the NDC is okay with that.
NDC General Secretary, Honorable Fiifi Kwatey.
It's a question. You have to just clarify that for me. Please answer that for me.
The NDC sat direct opposite the New Patriotic Party. I sat Mr. Makmenu, Mr. Kofi Akpaloo, presidential candidate for a political party. Love New Patriotic Party, our presidential candidate, so much that when he had balloted for his position, he was swapped. I don't know where this is coming from, and we must not at any point entertain such idea or thought in our discourse. Not at all. Nothing out of that sort happened. I think we must throw this issue into the marine.
But for you, the entire process yesterday and the chaotic scenes that we witnessed between your side, the NDC side, on this particular issue, balloting should have degenerated into the scenes that we saw yesterday. Most people have described it as very disgraceful.
Well, I think that those opinions you cannot vouch for their defense. But for me, we went in to honor the invitation from the Electoral Commission. The EC spelled out to us the mode of conduct of the whole exercise, spelled out the rules of the game. At a point, our colleagues NDC decided to examine the balls that the numbers were going to be placed into. And so Dr. Mahama, Director, IT and Elections, the General Secretary, Honorable Fiifi Kwatey, took time to examine all the 9 balls in the big vase. When they were done, and they did this examination based on the nature, the form, the character, and the weight of that small ball. When they were done, APC Dr. Yariga did same, LPG Mr. Kwatey did same, and others also observed the balls. EC, before all the political party representatives, inserted the balls into the ballot papers into the balls, put them in a vase, and said that the picking of the ballot was going to be in 2 phases. The first phase will be to know when you ballot to be on the ballot paper. And the order of inviting parties or representatives to pick on their principal was order of filing. You are aware that the EC opened nomination between 9th and 13th. After New Patriotic Party filing, others also filed. And so we're the first to be called. And so they said that when you pick the ball, you open it and show your number. The New Patriotic Party picked first, and we had number 1. And other parties picked in 10. LPG had number 8, GUM number 3, APC number 2, NDC picked number 7. NDP was 4. Madam Ekadonko was not around then, so CPP picked 9, and GCPP picked number 6. The only number remaining when the ball was open was 5. So in the order of picking to be on the ballot, New Patriotic Party was going to be first, the APC second, and in that order. After that phase, NDC, when we were just about to go to the second phase, said they want to examine the balls again. We yielded. NDC issue was that there was one ball that was unique, and that it has introduced some level of biasness into the whole exercise. They are not in a position to accept a different ball being swapped into the whole arrangement, and that they want the first round that has been done to be nullified and a new one done. And there should be an independent person to fold the papers into the balls to conduct that set of run again. And New Patriotic Party said, no. We agree that the EC has administrative arrangements of conducting this was, and this is not the first time we are in for ballots. But I said that because New Patriotic Party picked number 1, in fact, the General Secretary, Honorable Fiifi, said that some leaks have been given to favor the New Patriotic Party, neither here nor there.
And that's not true? That didn't happen?
Never. There couldn't have been anything like that. In fact, we were so shocked that the EC sat and allowed the NDC to dictate the mode of conduct of the whole exercise. And so I will not describe that scene as chaotic. Yes, we exchanged our ideas on how the whole exercise must be allowed to flow. So when the second round came, the NDC observed the balls again. That particular ball they raised concern about was taken out. New ball was introduced for us to have 9 sets of balls to go through the second round. They said that the vase that contained the balls, the transparent vase, should be changed, and that they should bring polythene bag, opaque